And today on Better, we're talking to the very funny and talented Neil Patrick Harris. He's hosting the Emmys this weekend, so we'll ask him all about that.
Where'd you get the and from? Start off with and.
I'm trying new ad-lib here.
All right, I'm taking you on a trip to Mitchell Farm.
And plus, Bryce Gruber of theluxuryspot.com is here to talk about runway trends you can do at home for less.
Oh.
Your day is about to get better, starting now.
No, I say starting now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Starting right now.
It's better this way. It's better this way. It's better this way. Today.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only am I sitting next to Miss Connecticut, I'm sitting next to Miss USA Erin Brady. Give her a nice round of applause.
Thank you.
I cannot believe I get to sit next to you. This is unbelievable.
Thank you. This is the second time.
Yeah,
Third time, actually.
Actually, you're as stunning in person as you are on television.
Oh, you're sweet.
All right,
You're
so
sweet.
we want to get right into it.
Okay.
That moment, that crowning moment, we've talked about this over and over, but I could relive it. Can you relive
You
this
and me
moment?
both,
Really,
yeah.
seriously?
Honest to God, I get chills every time.
Well, okay, so when did you enter the you were not a pageant person?
No. So Miss Connecticut I ran for twice. First time I came first runner-up, and then the second time I won Miss Connecticut.
And that's pretty good, because some girls go through the process and they're there 6 and 7 and 8 times.
Yeah, so that was really exciting, and then that gives you the automatic ticket to Miss USA, which I won.
Can you? Let's take us back to that moment.
I know. Let's pinch myself.
And Miss USA 2013 is Connecticut!
Oh my God.
That is so beautiful!
You see the face?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was happening here.
Did you know what was happening?
No.
Well, seriously.
That's my roommate now, Miss Universe.
That's Miss
beautiful
Universe.
Olivia Culpo. Nana.
Who's that?
Nana Merriweather was the reigning Miss USA.
She's beautiful,
Isn't
too.
she stunning?
Wow. Look at you. And
In
the
shock.
only thing you were thinking about in that moment was, I don't have to go back to work tomorrow.
That's exactly what I said, actually, in my first interview, was I can't believe I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
All right, so tell us, you're an accountant working 50 hours a week.
Yeah, at Better Connecticut, at Prudential.
And tell us what, you went in there and you didn't want to tell them.
No,
to go through
I didn't tell them that I was competing at Miss Connecticut, and then I won that. And
Why not?
I was too new in the company, and I didn't want that label put on me.
Label. You still think there is a stigma to it?
There absolutely is.
You do think so?
I do, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
It
All right,
is too
well,
bad.
but
so then I said, I have to tell you, because I'm leaving for 2.5 weeks to go to Miss USA come June.
So when you win Miss Connecticut.
Correct.
And you come back and say,
hi, so this weekend I wasn't on a ski trip like I initially said I was. I was competing in a beauty pageant, and they were, I'm sorry, what?
What?
Yeah, and they said, wait a minute, you compete in pageants? And I said, well, yeah, it's something kind of new, and I won, so I'll be competing at Miss USA.
now they could have one of two reactions. You gotta be kidding me, or you gotta be kidding me.
And they were very excited.
That's awesome.
So they were rooting for me the whole time, and then they were contemplating about getting a temp to come in, and I would train them for 2 weeks. And then they're like, no, it's okay, because it's just, people go on vacation for 2 weeks. It's no big deal.
Right, thinking that you're not going to win.
Well, I don't know. And then I won. And then literally the first reaction when the people came around and interviewed me was, and what's your reaction? And I said, I can't believe I'm not going back to work tomorrow.
Right.
Because I was going to hop on a plane on Monday, come home, and then be back in my office on Tuesday.
And little did they know.
I was going to be moving to New York City.
Okay, now that's the next step. You're engaged.
Huge. I'm engaged.
All right, tell us about your fiance.
Oh, he's wonderful. He's wonderful. So I've been with him for about 4 years. We've been engaged for 2.
And I said, me being the crusty old man on the set says, your life is about to change, Erin. Are you sure? But you're obsessed with your fiance.
Well, yes. I mean,
no, in a good way.
Not to an obnoxious level, but yes, he's wonderful. And so he's been very supportive. It obviously was a huge change for the both of us, but we have embraced it and we're moving forward.
And you moved to New York City?
I moved to New York City. I live in Manhattan.
And what's a day in the life of Erin Brady like? What do you
every day
do?
it changes. So I get up, I know I'm going to sound so
You're Miss
snooty.
USA.
I know. So I work out with a personal trainer, and they're getting me in tip-top shape for Miss Universe, which is coming up next month. I will be leaving on October 20th, actually, and I will be competing on November 9th in Moscow, Russia.
Which was your wedding date.
Correct. So initially, when I had gotten engaged, we had set November 9th as the official wedding date for us, and then obviously we had put that on hold as I went and competed for Miss USA, which I won. So then we had to postpone everything.
Right,
which is fine.
and what I think is great is your fiance is giving you that liberty to go out,
Oh,
and
he's
he's
yeah.
like, this is about you,
This
this
year's
is your
about
year,
you.
and you know what, next year might be about you again.
Absolutely.
And
I
he's,
know, who
and,
knows?
And he's okay with that.
He is 100%.
All right, so you are now, what happens, you go off to Russia, and you're competing against how many other women?
88 from all over the world.
88 women.
I know.
What now? And what there is the Miss Universe? There is no talent portion.
Correct.
What is it about you that made that? Is it your stance? Is it your swimsuit? Is it the way you answer the question? It's everything, right?
It's everything. So you have an interview about 5 days before the competition, and then you compete in preliminaries for evening gown and swimsuit, and then they eliminate it to 15 on the actual telecast night, which everybody sees live, and then you'll compete once again for for swimsuit, evening gown, and then if you make it into the top 5, you get that infamous on-stage question, which everybody fears.
Everybody fears,
of course,
because you'll end up looking like you might
be on YouTube.
Miss Arizona, going, I think it's great. And I'm like, hopefully, I feel so bad for these women
I
because
know. It's a lot of pressure.
Of
I've
course
been there.
it is.
It's very, very difficult.
It's a
to get up
job
there.
interview.
It is. It really is.
Now, I love the fact that you were looking at this as a business. You were
business.
You were going on a job interview to get to be
Miss USA.
Miss USA, and you got the job.
And I got the job.
Fascinating.
I know.
So now, are you in a plane every day? Do you jet set across the country? Are you doing things? What events are you going to? Your life literally went from an accountant behind a desk to Miss Connecticut to Miss USA. I mean, you're instant celebrity.
I know. It's crazy. So it varies day to day. So it's anything from charity work. I do a lot of volunteer work, which is really great. And then I'm traveling a lot as well. I actually just came back from Washington, D.C. We were out there prancing up Capitol Hill promoting ovarian cancer awareness, which is wonderful. That's one of my causes.
Right.
And I'm actually leaving next week for Boston and for Maryland. And then I'm kind of low-key until I leave for Russia.
Now, when you say low-key, you get like 1 or 2 days off, or a week.
No, I mean, I won't be traveling out of
Okay,
New
you're
York.
still doing...
I'll still be doing day-to-day things.
Public appearances.
Absolutely.
And your roommate is Miss Universe.
Miss Universe. I'm a lucky woman. She's
now,
fantastic.
She is from the United States?
She is. She's from Rhode Island.
Little Rhode Island,
I
two of the
know.
tiniest states in the
Isn't
nation.
that wonderful?
All right, so now are you like we just had a back-to-back in the other pageant.
Yeah.
We had a back-to-back winner. Are you worried about the fact that they might not go with another Miss USA?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I think this was the first time in 15 years that USA has won. So why not make it back-to-back?
Right. Why not? Why
I'm
not
going out there with a bang. So.
All right. So you get
bringing
the
it home.
you get the what are you? Do they give you the questions in advance?
No.
Do you know what the topics might be?
I think if you're following up with current events, you should have a general idea of what could come up. So obviously, I would say maybe something to do with Syria.
I was going to say,
yeah, that probably is one of the biggest questions, I would think.
Are you well versed? If they say to you, what, do you think that the United States should have a military presence in Syria? What would you, do you have a ready-to-go response?
Yeah,
you don't have to give it to me right now.
No, absolutely. I think you have to be politically correct, and you have to make a general, educated response. But again, short and sweet. They're not looking for some well-versed. They want it sincere and they want it to sound educated, that you can speak on your feet and that you're up to date with what's going on.
Get in and get out.
Get in and get out, yeah. Because the longer you speak, I think it leaves a little bit more room for error.
And you worked in a restaurant prior?
I did for 6 years. I worked at in the Max Group.
In the Max Group?
Yeah, Max Amore and Max Fish.
It's just fascinating.
Oh,
now, there's no talent portion in the Miss USA pageant, but if you, I put you on the spot and said, if you had to do a talent, what the heck would you do?
And I said I would cook.
You would cook? I don't know if they have cooking in Miss USA.
I know. Well, see, first time for everything.
It's it really.
I danced for about 10 years, but I think there's too. I want to stand out, which I think cooking would make me stand out.
Okay. Would you ever eat at the Big E?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Melissa Cole is standing by. She's on the road. Alessa is off today, so we're going to check in with. Look at Alessa. Just ridiculous. It's the biggest head I've ever seen.
I love it.
Melissa Cole is standing by at the Big E. Melissa, can you hear us?
I can hear you barely because there is a lovely man playing some country music just to my left. So I apologize if I can't hear you that well, but
Don't worry.
that's what's going on. It is crowded. It is a beautiful day. It's just gorgeous. This is only my second time at the Big E, believe it or not, and I grew up in Connecticut. But I found some folks here as I was walking along. We have Judy and Ed, right?
Yes.
How are you guys?
Doing very well today.
And you are from Preston.
Preston area.
And you come all the time, right? Oh no, this is your first. This is Judy's first time.
No, I've been here from 30 years ago.
So is it the same from now 30 years? Has it
Gotten bigger. It's
gotten bigger?
Yeah.
And what do you look forward to when you come to the Big E?
Oh, you got to eat, and there's no
Gotta-
doubt about it.
What got any specialties? What are you looking for?
No, not really, but I'm a farmer, so I like the buildings, and I like to go and see the cows, and
Right.
this and that, so.
Yeah, and what about you? You gonna eat something? You're kind of little, so you could pack it away though, right?
I can pack it away. I like the arts and crafts. I
Yeah.
really do. That's cool.
Well, there's a lot to do here. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Nice to run into you. So many people from Connecticut that I saw, and I remember, Scott, you said something like 47% of the people that come to the Big E are from Connecticut.
Yep, 47% of
Wow,
all
that's
attendees are
huge.
from Connecticut that go to the Big E.
Yeah.
Talk about support.
Right.
That's
Wow.
great. What it's the
And
first...
we're going to be talking more about food. There's 3 food items that she's going to bring out for us. Some kind of donut sandwich,
Oh, we
that's
love
what I was
this. Talking about.
Yeah.
some kind of fried strawberry shortcake,
Yes.
and I guess they're all-important cream puff.
Of course, you have to have the
So-
cream puffs.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
so good.
I eat all that kind of stuff, but I feel like Miss USA, you probably don't get to eat that kind of stuff too often.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm getting back into shape for Miss Universe. Maybe afterwards.
Well,
Save me
I'll bring
one.
you back a little something so you can taste it.
Thank
you can take a
you.
bite.
All right, we'll check in
All
with
right,
you
we'll
in a
see
bit.
you guys a little
Thanks,
later.
Melissa. All right, the Pope has come out. He loves everybody. The gays, throw everybody in the batch. He doesn't care. Abortion's off the table. Get rid of it. And,
He's a wonderful man.
This is unbelievable. It's 6 months after becoming the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, Pope Francis is telling everybody, if we don't change the way that the Catholic Church is working and being obsessed with gay people, I don't know why you're obsessed with me. You Catholics. What is it? What is your fascination with my anyway, he's saying if you don't change it, he said if it remains obsessed with abortion, gay marriage, and the use of contraception. What's contraception? Never mind, we're not going to. I don't know that. I'm gay. I don't need. Pope Francis says the church needs to be more open to everybody. Can you believe this Pope? What do you
I
think
know.
about this Pope? I think
He's
it's pretty
great.
good.
He's great. I love him.
And he's driving around in his '84 Renault, which
I
I think is
know.
terrific.
He's very
now, will you
humble.
get to meet with the Pope as
Oh
Miss?
my God, that would be an honor.
I'm sure you will. You're Miss USA.
Wow, I'll have to put that in the suggestion box.
Get on the Express Confessional. It's 2 sins or less.
Okay.
Yeah, they have lines.
I love it.
So, all right. You love this group.
The
Your
Celtic
last name is
Thunder.
Brady.
It is.
All right. So, would you like? That's me, third from the left, about 2 years ago. It's old video.
And they're coming to the Toyota Theater. The
Toyota Oakdale Theater.
Oakdale Theater, Friday, October 4th. And we're giving away a pair of tickets every day this week. Just be the third emailer right now at mail@betterct.com to tell us this. What did we make this week for recipe for the week?
What did we make? I don't even remember what we made. Oh, it was that stuff in a tin.
What'd
It
we
was-
make?
It was stuff in a tin with lots of cinnamon. That's all I'm going to give you.
Ooh.
All right, we've got a great show for you today. The very funny John Morgan. John, you ready?
I'm good.
You're good? He's ready to go, baby. Plus, we're going to be talking to the one and only Neil Patrick Harris, the love of my life who got away.
Oh, man.
It's terrible.
You
All
know,
right.
it happens to the best of us.
But first, we're going to check in with the Channel 3 Eyewitness Newsroom. Hi, guys.